And we're back once again. If you are on your streaming service, I want you to go check out the Migos' page because there is a certain album that is missing, and it's their most significant release of their entire careers. And it's considered a trap classic, and it's considered one of the best rap albums of the 2010s. It's Culture 1. Culture 2 and Culture 3 are still on streaming platforms. Most of the other discography is still on streaming platforms, but Culture 1 has been taken off. Not even the single Bad and Bougie is even there to be listened to. And there's a lot of speculation as to why this album is off of streaming. I made up my own kind of weird, funny, trolly ones saying it's just like they took off Culture 1 so that way they could boost the sales of Culture 3, even though Culture 3 I think is a year old already at this point and they probably don't care about that release. Usually with this case, it is sampling issues. If we are looking at another example where an album was taken off the stream because of sampling issues, the most recent one was about a month ago with Westside Gunn's Pray for Paris. WWE just did a massive kind of cleansing of a lot of the tracks that Westside Gunn had that featured some kind of WWE promo, WWE sampling. Allah Sent Me from Pray for Paris is gone, and I believe the song, I forget what it's called, but I believe it's versus Goldberg off of Supreme Blientel is also gone. But this happens quite a bit where sampling issues become prevalent and you have to take either a song or a complete album off of streaming in order to make some finer edits or to possibly replace or remove material. So in the case of Westside Gunn, Allah Sent Me, which had Westside Gunn, had Benny the Butcher, and it had Conway the Machine, that was completely taken off of streaming services. And we still have the full album, but that track is currently not present. But I don't know if that's the case here, because in Culture 1, I don't think of any kind of prevalent samples that could be taken into a context of copyright issues. So I made a theory, and I think the more I look into this, the more I think it makes sense. So if we look at the release of Culture 1, it was January 27th, 2017. Now, this may age like fine wine, or this may age like spoiled milk, or you've probably already put the pieces together already. But it's currently the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, as I'm recording this video. And I don't think that the Migos would release an anniversary edition on the Thursday. So I believe we're going to get some kind of collector's version, or we're going to get to an anniversary edition that's going to be released this Friday of Culture 1. Whether that's going to be unreleased material, maybe there's going to be some remixes, we're not totally sure. But there's no other reason why Culture 1 would be taken off of streaming unless there was, of course, the sampling issue, which could be the more technical or more analytical term, or if we want to get theoretical with it, that it could be a possible rollout of an anniversary edition. That would be nice to see. I think that would be a nice way to celebrate the album because it is quite a critically acclaimed album. Even when you look at mainstream publications, when you look at the internet, and you look at kind of just the collective as a whole, we all still celebrate that album. And when we think of Migos, the Culture album is what sticks out the most. And it's weird enough because I was listening to Culture yesterday because I'm going through my top 50 rap albums of all time. And Culture 1 is one of them. So I was listening to it yesterday, and now I can't even go back to it. So hopefully this is a thing, so I can still listen to it and give it a ranking. But I think the more I look into this, the more I see a reason is that we probably will get anniversary edition of this release. Maybe a few remixes, singles, as I talked about before. I imagine if we're looking at an album cover, I think the album cover is going to change a little bit. I imagine, since it's the Migos, that it's probably going to be a golden background, maybe even a white background with the Culture like lettering down below as a black. Or maybe it's going to be kept the same, but I think there's going to be some alterations when it comes to the cover. It's just going to be a very interesting couple of days to see if this actually pans out. If it doesn't pan out, if there is no anniversary edition that is released, then it's going to be really interesting as to figure out why this was taken off streaming platforms. I'm going to keep this video up because whether it ages like fine wine, whether it's going to age incredibly poorly and nothing happens, I think it's just really interesting discussion as to see what's going to happen with Culture 1. But leave your thoughts, comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. And thank you for watching. I do have another video coming out around 3 p.m. today about the XXX Tentacion news on the Twitter post. So be a lookout for that. And thank you for watching. Peace out.